I'm Chris Shattuck, and this is How to Use Term and Node Reference Fields. In this chapter, we learn why and how to share fields between content types. We explore node reference fields and complete the calendar view that we've been working on. In our last chapter, we made some serious progress on our calendar view, and then we also began building a structure as a content type to hold our guide data. So let's go ahead and move on from here to start importing that guide data. What I'm going to do is go ahead and click Add Content. Now we've already set up the structure for our guide content type. So I'm going to click Guide. And then I'm going to jump back to our data, which I have open, and we're going to start pulling in the guide data and adding these three guides. I'm going to go ahead and copy the name here. And I'm going to paste it into the name. I'm going to grab the bio, which is down below the specialties, and I'm going to paste it in the bio section. I'm going to scroll down. The specialties are mountain climbing and extreme snorkeling. So let's go ahead and check those. Mountain climbing and extreme snorkeling. Okay, and let's look through our settings here. We don't need to create a new revision. And then in URL path settings, we're setting an automatic alias. Now, if you remember from our previous examples when we were working with tour data, we needed to adjust the pattern in order to make it so that the URL read tours / and then the title of the piece of content that we were creating. Now, if we select automatic alias here, but we don't change anything, it's going to default to the general pattern, which, if you may remember, is content / and then the title. So let's go ahead and adjust the URL pattern for the guide content type to read guides / and then the name of the guide. Okay, I'm going to click URL alias patterns here underneath the automatic alias checkbox. And this will allow us to adjust the pattern. Now, we've done this before with the tour, so if you have any questions about what we're doing here, you can go ahead and review those videos. But what I'm going to do is simply copy the default path pattern right here, and I'm going to paste it into the guide path pattern, and then I'm going to replace content with the word guides. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and save configuration. And let's go ahead and begin adding our piece of content one more time. I'm going to click Add Content. I'm going to click Guide. Let's go ahead and jump to the data. I'm going to copy the name again and paste it into the name. I'm going to copy the bio and paste it into the bio section. Again, she specializes in mountain climbing and extreme snorkeling, so let's go ahead and check those. All right. We already know we don't need a new revision. For the URL path settings, let's go ahead and keep it checked to automatic alias. For authoring information, we can go ahead and leave it at the default. And same with publishing options. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click Save. Okay, we now have our first guide page. And if we look in the URL, it says guides / Kate Zanzerblatt, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and pop up a preview of the mockup for the guide page. I'm going to jump to our resource pack directory, and underneath mockups, let's go ahead and open up guide profile with notes. Okay, so we have the title and the bio and the specialties. If we jump back to the browser, we'll see the title, the bio, and the specialties. Okay, that looks good. We also see an image here, and so we'll need to add that, but we'll come back to that later. Okay, let's go ahead and add the other two guides. I'm going to jump back to the browser, and I'm going to put this in fast forward. If we had several more guides, it might make sense to go ahead and add the Add Guide form to our shortcut bar. But we're just going to go ahead and import them all manually. And you may remember when we were working with tour data that we didn't import all of the data because we wanted just a sample just in case the data structure changed. Now we only have 3 pieces of guide data, so it makes sense to just go ahead and import the entire thing.